Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my very first mod spotlight for Factorio. Today we are looking at YARM that was just released today, which is yet another resource monitor. The old one has aged and had been stopped working on. It was updated for 12, but sadly when it came to multiplayer it had a lot of issues, and overall there was a lot of tweaks that were needed because it was starting to age over time, and YARM has done this, and it's done it really well. So let's get started. First of all, let's start with the researching, because that's pretty important. You can research it with you need logistics 2, and then of course logistics, I guess, and then you need 100 science pack 1s and 100 science pack 2s, and then you can craft it under your production. And there you go, 10 electronic circuits, 10 copper cables. It takes 0.5 seconds to craft, so you might want to do that in an assembler if that's too long for you. And let's give this a try. So I'm going to first try it with the iron here. And when you use it, it kind of sprays out. You see how it does that? What that is it's preventing it from stalling out. Before, the other one would try to calculate the entire thing, boom, right away, instantly. And it would stall out your game, even sometimes crash it. And this is sort of that fix for it. So you wait 10 seconds and it gets added to your monitor, which you can click these little lines here. The gear right now is not a functional gear, will be probably in the future. And there it is added at the bottom there. Now, you're wondering, why did you have to wait 10 seconds? I'm going to tell you why. Let's say you want this stone patch here. Well, there you go. But what about this one? You kind of want to add it to the same monitor. Well, you have 10 seconds to click that and have it added. When you do click the next one, you have to wait an additional 10 seconds in total, not added up. So it's not like 10 seconds and 5 seconds left over. And then you get your stone added. And this is one of the nicest features of it. If you hit the eye here, basically you get a view of it. I'm here, but we kind of moved over here with magic, and you can click this button. Instead of turning into an X when you're in this view, it turns into a B and a little cursor, basically. This is to modify, it's a label, and we can call this stone 2, for example, and we can click do it, and there you go. Now it's labeled, which is really handy. And it tells you how much stone you have. Now, I want to warn you, some people might get mixed up or confused on this. If you were to mine this for a couple hours without the monitor on here and then added the monitor onto it after, it would be 100%. It's 100% right when you add the monitor. So I just want to make sure you guys don't get confused that, oh, I added the monitor in a place I've mined for a while. I'm not sure why it's sitting at 100. That's just how it works. You can't, tell what was there originally. You can only tell you what's there now. So the sooner you get it on, the better, because then you can keep an eye of your percentage, and it's really helpful when you get down to the 10%. Basically at 10% it will forcefully show up here. So this is your minimize for all the good ones, but once it's at 10% it'll bring it up, and you can see, for example, the iron ore here says I have 4 hours 13 minutes left. Roughly, it's approximate, and it shows you how much iron I'm doing here a minute, so 192, and you can hit the eye here, of course, and you can view it. It looks like I've modified this already. This was a lot bigger before, but I'm just cleaning up the last bit here, I guess. And then, of course, you can hit X on here, or if we go to the map, we can zoom in where we are. So this was iron 2, so we can actually go ahead and label this as iron 2, because labels were just a recent feature. I have been helping testing this for quite a while now. And there you go. And then we can get out of the view there, and perfect. It's as simple as that. It works really well. It's literally everything I could ask for in a resource monitor. Depending on the light conditions, sometimes it might be easier. Just a little tip that you go into map view and view them here just to get your numbers right. Because sometimes, depending how you're looking at it, it might be kind of hard to read it over top of, like that's kind of hard to see. So just keeping that in mind. Just put it on your map, and that's probably one of my best tips I can offer you. But it's definitely a great mod. I hope you guys check it out. It works perfectly in multiplayer. I've been actually testing 90% of it, actually 99% of it in multiplayer using forces, which is teams basically, and it works perfectly. My friend Togi and I would have our own bases, our own forces, and he would have his own readings. I would have my own readings. There was no issues at all, and it worked great. So definitely check out YARM. The link's in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a wonderful day.